This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
About it. The fire will go out as the car moves away and the airflow returns. Instinctively, everything tells you a blaze like that is bad. Yet I can do nothing but watch. 3 seconds to change the wheels and tyres meant success. 5 seconds was slow, and to hesitate was always to lose. 3 seconds. As with every other pit stop, I do my job, hoping that everything else has gone to plan. It didn't always work that way. The occasional practice pit stop sessions where we'd sent cars away with cross-threaded nuts or dropped the car off the jacks before the nuts were tight had taught me that mistakes sometimes happened. In those relaxed practice sessions, I'd think, shit, if that happened in an actual race, it'd be disastrous. Luckily, it rarely did, and trust, skill and nerve became the strengths that my teammates and I relied on throughout my career. I leaned back, my arm instinctively raised in the air as the rear wheel shudders, clunking into gear, and the car drops hard onto the ground. My heart's racing and my senses are confused and disorientated by the incredible noise shaking my core. My job's done. Go, go, go! Lewis wheel spins away from right under my nose as the sounds, vibrations and emotions reach new levels, and he's back in the game. Yes, we did it! High fives and fist pumps all round as we rush back to the garage TVs, pumped on adrenaline, chests puffed out in pride, to see where he emerges back on the track. During a career with the McLaren F1 team from 2000 to 2009, I've seen plenty of good and bad pit stops. I've watched as technical errors and bad strategy calls from the team have cost drivers their Grand Prix victory, even a driver's championship, the ultimate accolade for any F1 racer hoping to prove their elite status. I've also seen how our good calls and quick thinking have delivered great success, and I've been involved in many races where the final results have come down to pit stop performance. There have been several occasions where 2 leading teams pitted their drivers at the same time, and I promise you, there is no better feeling than watching your man stop at his box in second place only to leave with a fresh set of tyres as race leader moments later. The flip side, as always, were the critical failures, and I witnessed 1 or 2 during my career. Seeing another team sneak an edge on you after a particularly slow pit stop was always tough. At McLaren, a notoriously professional and fastidious organisation, we used to pride ourselves on being the best at what we did. To make a mistake was a painful experience, particularly because our actions were being played out and analysed in a very public way. The pressure of performing in front of worldwide audiences could bring with it real anxiety when I first started out as a young man, and I was always struck by the surreal nature of working in a job that I'd been fascinated by as a kid. Watching the British Grand Prix on the telly did nothing to prepare me, however. If anything, it only expanded the fear of failure, and I pictured the fans at home quick to criticise the pit crew for making any mistakes during a driver's shot at glory. Fortunately, I quickly got used to dealing with the pressure and was able to function at the highest level, which was good because within those years at McLaren I experienced all kinds of drama, Grand Prix wins and soul-destroying losses, controversy and scandal, cheating and espionage. There were episodes of drug and alcohol-charged recklessness, lavish parties and extravagant spending. I've also been at the front line of technological advancement in a business that prides itself on pushing development and speed to the absolute limit while working with some of the most talented and explosive drivers on the planet. It was a dream come true, and I thrived in this exciting sport during a period where the thrills, stakes and rewards were high, in an era where inflated tobacco sponsorship meant we were able to play with a seemingly endless reserve of cash. From my position in the garage, I was involved in some of the most dramatic moments in F1's recent history. I worked with world-class drivers like Mika Häkkinen, Kimi Räikkönen and David Coulthard, but I was also right there as the controversial battle between Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso unfolded in 2007. It was fascinating to watch as Lewis developed from a young rookie into a potential championship-winning superstar, a potential that was realised not long after a damaging fallout with Fernando, which would tailspin into part of one of the sport's biggest scandals, Spygate. In his first months, however, the youngster was remarkably humble, and I remember a marketing event, I think for Hugo Boss, that we went to one evening, just after Lewis had come into Formula One. When Lewis emerged from the team's chauffeur-driven Mercedes to see his own face projected in enormous scale on the side of the building, he couldn't hold back the tears of disbelief and needed a moment to compose himself while the emotions around his life-changing role as an F1 driver hit him all at once. It was rare to witness a reaction like that from a top sportsman, especially when surprise or vulnerability is often viewed as a weakness.